White giants.
People who came from the sky.
In the sky, yeah.
First part is it's looking at him. He can tell a pale skinned, emaciated, it's sunken faced. This thing is sitting there and it starts making sounds, broken noises as it starts saying and repeating what he did. And he's trying to say it as it keeps repeating it till it starts sounding like him. He said, I'm thinking, I don't know what's going on. It's trying to correct the inaccuracies of the way it's making pronunciation, right? At this point. And then he's like, I'm safe inside this fence. No, this thing leaps the fence.
Oh,
bump, grabs it, bump over it.
Oh, no.
Lands down there.
I'm out.
Greg's the man. And here's why I say Greg's the man. Dude. Greg goes, all right, bud. Boom. Single taps him right in the chest. Thing goes down. Boom. While it's down, he head shoots him. He's like, that's it. Look, you come back. I like Greg. Right? Greg's like, yeah, we'll figure out what this creepy stuff is looking at its corpse. And it's a whole lot simpler that way. So he is freaked out at this point. He says, I'm breathing. I can barely breathe. He says, I'm holding my breath. I realize that I finally have to exhale. And I'm like, how long have I been holding my breath? He's shaking. He's all tore up. He said, I look down. I see the creature. It ain't moving. He's like, we're good. I can get down. He starts getting his safety lines and stuff together, turns and looks back down again. And it ain't there. He starts looking around and he starts hearing these thumping noises. What he sees is this creature is limping. It's on two legs and it's limping and it's sliding down the side of his truck, using the truck to help himself get through there. The whole thing. This is what he says. I racked a third round, wrapped my arm through the tower, all right, and took a shot when I could see the scope the whole way. Boom, shoots it again. And as he swings around, I'm fixing to shoot it again. It ain't there now. It made its way around behind his truck. Now all he sees is the heat signature. Then he starts scanning around. It jumped back out of the enclosure, and it's in the tree line as he's looking around through that whole deal. So, as he can see where the heat signature went, he gets down. He finds blood on the ground at the base of the tower. The blood trail, he said, looked like it had stood up, walked over to the tower while he was messing around, and looked up at him before it decided to make its way off past the truck, hop over, and go back into the woods. He says, I never go out into the woods in the dark anymore, and I gave up hunting. He completely quit hunting, totally. He said the worst part was
for sure. All right. That's what we do around here.
Is that a skinwalker?
Definitely a skinwalker.
Okay.
Definitely a skinwalker. And the reason why I say that is because it was trying to mimic his voice.
Yep.
You know, and that's what they do.
That's cool, man. Hey, welcome to Middle Letters. I'm CT. This is Shad, and we are back after another 2-week hiatus. So hope you guys are still coming around.
Yep. Thanks for being patient with us. I was in Minnesota for I don't know, about 5 days, and during that time we just really couldn't. We didn't have time to do a show.
We have a lot that goes on for the July.
Yep.
So. We were busy that whole weekend, and
it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So welcome back, everybody. We back like we never left. We're probably gonna screw up a little bit because we don't do this as consistently as we need to, but I believe we should be back on schedule at least for the next month or so. Yeah. So unless something comes up, football season is coming. So some shows might get moved around here and there, but we are here to entertain and talk about the things that go bump in the night, creepy, the weird. Talk about ancient history versus his story and all the things in between. We have an interesting one for you tonight. This is more so in a formative dissertation, but it's super short.
Yeah, we've covered this before. There have been different humanoids. I think the about the thumbnail was kind of interesting. So we're not. I'm not a good person. I definitely use ChatGPT to make our thumbnails, and it kind of went overboard. They like put like the Watchers, put the Giants on there, put Adam's children in there. I don't. So if you guys take a look at it, there's a lot of like details in the image that I wasn't asking for. I want to show it to y'all real quick. I was just like, why did it do that? So let me do this over here.
All right.
I mean, I think it's just going off the thing that we've looked at in the past. So it's like, okay, look, you looked at before. So, let me just mix it in. But it has the primal men, Neanderthals, Homo sapiens, the giants, Anunnaki, the Watchers, and then the true human. Bro, I didn't put any of that in any of the prompts in. So are those us? The Adamic line. This is the Watcher. The Watcher right here.
That's Watcher. Oh yeah. That makes sense.
And this is the Adamic line created in the image of the Most High. What is ChatGPT doing, bro?
What is ChatGPT trying to tell you?
No, yeah. What are we? I guess we of the present day, both the through the knowledge. So who are they?
Adamo?
Adamic line, the true human.
Yeah, I thought that was that's where we got downgraded.
Most High Stewards of Earth and of the plane and of the. And look, bro, they have like. I didn't put any of these prompts in the ChatGPT. I just like asked for this. So it's super interesting. I don't know why that is the thumbnail that it spit out.
So they got Homo sapiens sapiens. So that's supposed to be after they downgraded us from the Adamo version.
So when was this ever a thing?
So that was the first. They're trying to say that was the first perfected Homo sapien. So remember,
Anunnaki.
So that's created by the Anunnaki, Enlil and his sister.
So who created the giants?
Those are Nephilim. So that's the Watchers mating with humans. Yeah.
This is kind of I don't know. It's not a big of a deal. I'm sure you two like, man, move the fuck on. But
that's cool.
It's really interesting. They spit this out. Like I don't know. I just wanted to share it real quick. I didn't put any of those in. I just put like the humans of Earth that were here, and I wanted these three honestly, and they gave me four more.
Neanderthal, Homo sapiens,
primal men, Neanderthal, the Homo sapiens.
Primal man. They don't even have, so this is a lot more scientific and a lot more boring than this. I wish I would have had that.
Right. Yeah, it's not so the YouTube video is only gonna touch on these three right here. This is I don't know what this is right here, but it's cool.
Yeah. I wish it spit something out like that. That would have been way more interesting.
that was cool. I was like, what is that?
Hell yeah. All right, well, ChatGPT with the mic drop, baby.
Yeah, know something we don't know, I guess.
Right. Well, we always talk about those ancient civilizations that, were lost, and we find different structures that they've made that, like are buried under the sand, or, like the pyramids that were people keep saying the Egyptians made it, but the chemists that made them.
The chemists that was. I don't know, is that factual? Yeah.
Okay. The Egyptians inherited the pyramids. Yeah.
That's super interesting.
Yeah, very much so. But yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and start the dissertation. It's pretty short. It's like 11 minutes. I found it fascinating. You may not. It may bore the shit out of you, but I thought it was pretty cool. That we had these different type of humans on Earth at the same time. That nobody ever talks about it.
No one ever talks about it.
Never talks about it.
I wonder why. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it's not something you need to know about, but I think it's
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Especially the fact that the Homo sapiens were around when these things were around. So
Right.
maybe some of the stories that get passed down were because of these other humanoids that existed at the same time that Homo sapiens did.
I mean,
what's
we
that?
do
What the,
have
like
a
the
fear.
Yeah.
Say that again.
No, you're just about to say it.
We do have a fear, like the uncanny valley. We do have a fear of like humanoids that aren't us per se.
Right.
So
Yeah.
maybe that's something to do with it.
Yeah, because we get inherited fears, from our ancestors. So
Yeah.
fear of the dark is an example of that. And they don't really get into it in here, but some of these beings could see in the dark, and we can't.
Yeah.
So, but I'll get to it here. What happened to the other humans, and let's get into it.
There was a time when Earth did not belong to just one kind of human. If you walked across the planet 40 or 50,000 years ago, you might have found people who looked almost like us, but not exactly. Some were shorter and stronger. Some had heavy brows and powerful bodies built for cold. Some lived on islands and evolved into something almost unbelievable. Some are so mysterious that we know them more from DNA than from faces. And then there was us, Homo sapiens. Today, we are the only human species left. Not the strongest, not the oldest, not the one that survived the longest, just the last one standing, which raises a disturbing question.
So it kind of reminds me of with Tolkien, when he wrote Lord of the Rings, the different kind of Middle Earth. So like you got your elves, you got your hobbits, and you got your wizards. That's a completely different species. You know what I mean? They're not human, they're something else. Or they're not Homo sapiens or something else. So pretty cool stuff.
What happened to everyone else? Because for most of human history, being human was not one thing. It was a family, a messy, branching, experimental family. Evolution did not make humans once. It kept trying. Different bodies, different brains, different tools, different ways of surviving the same dangerous planet. But one by one, the other branches disappeared. And the strange part is that we still do not know the full reason why. There was no single moment when the world simply chose Homo sapiens. No single battle, no single disaster, no clean ending. Instead, the story looks more like a slow disappearance. Small populations breaking apart, climate changing faster than bodies could adapt, food disappearing, new competitors arriving, groups mixing, groups dying, and sometimes maybe plain bad luck. The first human species you have to understand is Homo erectus. And Homo erectus was not some failed experiment. In some ways, they were one of the most successful humans who ever lived. They appeared long before us, around 2 million years ago. They had bodies that looked much more modern than earlier human relatives. Long legs, shorter arms, a body built for walking and running across open land. They were likely among the first humans to spread far beyond Africa, reaching parts of Asia and surviving for an almost ridiculous amount of time. Longer than Homo sapiens has existed. Much longer. If our species feels permanent, Homo erectus should make us nervous, because they lasted for well over 1 million years and still vanished. Their faces were not like ours. They had a low skull, a strong brow ridge, a smaller brain than modern humans, but much larger than earlier ape-like ancestors. They made stone tools. They hunted and scavenged. They lived in changing environments across huge distances. And for a very long time, that was enough. But the last known Homo erectus fossils come from Gandong on the island of Java. The best current dating places them around 117,000 to 108,000 years ago. By then, the world had changed. Other human species existed. Climate was unstable. Forests expanded and retreated. Rivers shifted. Animals moved. And Homo erectus, after surviving for an almost impossible stretch of time, finally disappeared. We do not know exactly why. Maybe their remaining population.
So, bro, they're around for millions of years.
It doesn't make any sense why they're gone.
We're not even we're a fraction of that, but we ain't close. Damn.
And so what does that mean about us?
Right. Right. We got a
They
long way
have
to go, bro.
building- So did they
What
have
did they
buildings?
build?
Did they build anything?
I don't know. They don't mention it. We probably have to do a deeper dive. Like, did they build any existing structures? You know, I don't know. There's not a whole.
Years is a long time.
That's a long time, bro, to not build anything.
They're not building anything.
You know, but you know what they say, like if we were to die off in a million years, there really wouldn't be any evidence of us ever
But he said-
living on the planet.
He said that we were around by the time they were wiped out, though.
Yeah, we were around.
We would have
We just-
seen something. You think?
You think we would have seen something?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess I don't know. I don't
Or
know.
preserve something.
That's weird.
Yeah. Because they don't really get into any of their architecture and anything like that. So, like, where do they live? How do they live? Like, what? You know, but
Oh, they
we'll do a deeper
isolated.
dive.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, they on that island.
I mean, they spread out. So, yeah.
Africa,
All right,
yeah.
we'll keep rolling.
Okay.
Became isolated. Maybe they could not adapt fast enough to changing environments. Maybe newer humans outcompeted them. But their extinction teaches one lesson early. Surviving for a long time does not mean surviving forever.
No.
Then there were the Neanderthals, the human species people think they know. For a long time, they were treated
Or as Tolkien would say, the orcs. And this is funny. Like how remember they used to compare black people to Neanderthals.
Yeah, and they found out that they were Neanderthals, and then all of a sudden, oh, they're not dumb no more.
Yeah, they don't know more.
Oh, the stereotype is gone, huh?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty funny how that works out. All right, go ahead.
like brutish cave people, slow, primitive, half-human. That image is wrong. Neanderthals
Yeah,
were
now it
not
is.
failed
Now it
humans.
is.
They were a different answer to the same problem. How do you survive the Ice Age? Their bodies were powerful, shorter and stockier than ours, with wide chests, strong arms, and thick bone. Their faces had large noses, heavy brow ridges, and long, low skulls. They were built for cold environments where bodies lost heat quickly and food could be hard to find. They hunted large animals at close range, a dangerous way to live. Their injuries sometimes look like the injuries of modern rodeo riders, the kind you get from coming too close to powerful animals. They used fire. They made tools. They likely cared for injured group members. They may have used pigments and ornaments. They were not monsters in the dark. They were people of another kind. And for hundreds of thousands of years, they survived.
Oh, so now they weren't monsters in the dark?
No, they could, you know,
The fuck they weren't.
they were terrible. They ate us.
They
According
ate
to
us.
other people. According to
Yes.
some other studies, like, I don't know, whatever.
A real archaeologist will tell you that they ate humans and they bred with Homo
They
sapiens
bred with us, yeah.
as well. And it wasn't by choice. Well, you know, it was their choice, but it wasn't a Homo sapiens choice. So yeah,
That's
take it
great.
home with you. Yeah. These things were our enemy. That's for sure.
Then Homo sapiens began moving into their world. And after around 40,000 years ago, the physical evidence of Neanderthals disappears. Biologically, as a living human species, they were gone. But the question is why? The old answer was simple. We arrived, we were smarter, we destroyed them. But the real answer is probably not that clean. Neanderthals lived in small, scattered populations. That is dangerous. Small groups can vanish from ordinary disasters. A bad winter, a failed hunt, a disease, a birth rate slightly too low for too long. Ancient DNA suggests some late Neanderthal groups had low genetic diversity, meaning they may have already been vulnerable before Homo sapiens became a serious factor. Climate also kept shifting. Cold phases, warmer phases, changing animals, changing plants, changing landscapes. Imagine trying to survive when the world you understand keeps rearranging itself. Then add another human species entering the same territories. A species with wider social networks, long-distance exchange, possibly faster innovation, maybe better ways of connecting groups across space. Not necessarily stronger, not necessarily better in every way, but more flexible in the one way that mattered. When Neanderthals disappeared, it may not have been because they lost one great war. It may have been because they lost 1,000 small battles against isolation, climate, competition, and time. Then there are the Denisovans. And Denisovans are strange
Yeah, these are
because they
weird.
are almost like ghosts. For Neanderthals, we have skulls, bones, tools, burials. For Denisovans, the story began with a tiny finger bone found in a Siberian cave. A fragment so small it did not look like it could rewrite human history. But DNA showed it belonged to a previously unknown human group, not Neanderthal, not Homo sapiens, something else. Denisovans may have lived across a huge part of Asia, Siberia, the Tibetan Plateau, possibly Southeast Asia, but their fossil record is frustratingly small. A finger bone, teeth, jaw fragments, a few rare remains. For years, we did not even really know what their faces looked like, and yet their genetic shadow is enormous. Some modern populations in Oceania and parts of Asia carry Denisovan ancestry. Tibetans inherited a version of a gene linked to high-altitude survival from Denisovan-related humans.
Oh,
That is one of the strangest facts in human evolution. A vanished human group may still help living people breathe in thin mountain air,
Wow,
but
okay.
as a living population, Denisovans also disappeared. The youngest known Denisovan fossil evidence is around 40,000 years old. Some genetic evidence suggests certain groups may have
so were those the elves
Or the hobbits.
or the hobbits? Yeah, 'cause Denisovans were
Little-
shorter. Yeah,
Little finger bones.
yeah, maybe a hobbit. Yeah, I can see that.
survived until around 30,000 years ago. After that, they fade out. Why? We do not know. Their range may have been wide, but their populations may have been thin. They may have been absorbed into incoming Homo sapiens groups in some places. They may have been outnumbered in others. Climate shifts may have broken their habitats apart, and because we still have so few fossils, their extinction remains one of the foggiest chapters in the human story. The Denisovans remind us of something uncomfortable. A human species can disappear so completely that almost nothing is left but fragments and code. Not cities, not monuments, not stories, just DNA. Then there is Homo floresiensis,
Oh,
the
these are
strangest
weird.
one in this video.
Oh, those
On
are
the island of
hobbits.
Flores in
Uh,
Indonesia, scientists found the remains of a tiny ancient human.
Yeah.
So small, they were nicknamed hobbits. They stood
There you
around
go.
a meter tall. They had small brains, small bodies, but they made tools and survived on an island full of giant birds, Komodo dragons, and dwarf elephants called stegodon.
That's
At
crazy.
first, people could barely believe they were real. Were they diseased modern humans? Were they some strange abnormal population? But the evidence pointed to something more astonishing. They were a separate human species, a small island human. And islands do strange things to evolution.
Mm.
Large animals can shrink, small animals can grow. Predators and prey change size because island ecosystems have different rules. This is called island dwarfism. And Homo floresiensis may be one of the most dramatic examples in the human family. Their fossils at Liangbua are now dated roughly between 100,000 and 60,000 years ago.
Wow.
Stone tools associated with them go as late as around 50,000 years ago. That date is haunting because modern humans were moving through the region around that general time.
Mhm.
And then Homo
We saw 'em.
floresiensis vanished. Again, we do not know exactly why. Maybe climate changed the island environment. Maybe their prey declined. Maybe volcanic activity disrupted the ecosystem. Maybe Homo sapiens arrived and added pressure. On a small island, you do not need a global catastrophe. A small population can be erased by a chain of local problems. Less water, less prey, more competition, one eruption, one bad stretch of generations, and an entire human species can be gone. That is what makes Homo floresiensis so unsettling. They were not competing for the whole planet. They were just trying to survive one island, and even that was not safe. So why did Homo sapiens survive when the others did not? This is where the answer becomes dangerous if we make it too simple. It is tempting to say we were smarter, but Neanderthals were intelligent. Denisovans adapted to extreme environments. Homo erectus survived longer than we have. Homo floresiensis survived in a world that would terrify modern people. So the answer cannot just be intelligence. It may have been connection. Homo sapiens seem to have been unusually good at forming large social networks. Not just families, not just small bands. Wider webs of people, tools, ideas, and information. If one group failed, another could carry knowledge forward. If one region became harsh, people could move. If one tool worked, it could spread. If one idea helped, it did not have to stay trapped in one valley. That may be one of our greatest advantages, not the individual brain alone, the network between brains. Other human species may have had culture, but Homo sapiens may have built culture that traveled farther, changed faster, and connected more people. And when the planet became unstable, that mattered. A connected species can absorb shocks that isolated groups cannot. But even that does not make us destined winners. Luck mattered too. Geography mattered. Timing mattered. Population size mattered. Maybe Homo sapiens survived partly because we were adaptable, and partly because we happened to be in the right places with the right numbers at the right moments. The other humans were not stepping stones to us. They were not unfinished versions of us. They were their own experiments, their own histories, their own ways of being human, and now they are gone. Homo erectus after more than 1 million years, Neanderthals after surviving the Ice Age world, Denisovans, leaving behind only rare bones and genetic clues, Homo floresiensis, the tiny island humans who vanished near the edge of our own arrival. Today, when we say human, we mean Homo sapiens, but that is only because every other meaning disappeared. We are not the peak of a ladder. We are the last branch of a tree that used to have many living branches. And maybe that should make us feel less superior, not more. Because if the other humans teach us anything, it is this. Extinction does not only happen to the weak, it happens to the isolated, the unlucky, the specialized, the outnumbered, the ones living through changes too fast to survive. And one day, if we are not careful, the last human species could learn the same lesson.
All right, there you have it.
Video.
There you have it.
Ooh,
nice and quick.
Man. I'm dying over here. I got a knot in my shoulder blade.
Oh no! You wake up with it?
I've had it for a couple days, but
can't get it out, huh?
Yeah.
So it's like a pinched nerve.
Yeah.
Those are the worst, man. You'll be all right though. Can you push through?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna let run and do something real quick, but I'll be here.
All right. If you can't, just let me know, man. We can. If you gotta log off, I can keep it going.
I won't log off. I'll be here.
All right.
I'll be here.
All right. Yeah. Just do the best we can, man. Don't push it. I know how that is. So yeah, quick dissertation. Again, I like to equate it to some of those fantasy novels and things like that. That's why they have those different beings. You ever watched what was it called? It's on Prime. The Mighty Nine.
The Mighty Nine. No.
Yeah, there's an animation. Now they had one before that too. I can't think of it, but they had like different races or different species of humans. All kind of different humans. It's pretty cool. It's something you would watch. I just can't.
That out.
Yeah. One is the Mighty Nine. Nine is spelled weird. I can't remember the one that came before that, but it's really good. They had like 3 seasons. So yeah. Anyway, so we're going to get into a game for the gang. And this is just basically reels that this segment. This is basically reels that we find on social media, and we share it.
All right, can we do the first one?
Yeah, go for it.
The measurement problem?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe start it.
All right, let's go. Number 10, the measurement problem. In 1927, at the 5th Solvay Conference in Brussels, the greatest physicists alive gathered to debate a finding so disturbing that Albert Einstein refused to accept it for the rest of his life. Werner Heisenberg, Niels Bohr, and Max Planck sat in the same room, arguing over data that suggested something deeply wrong about the nature of reality. Quantum mechanics had just revealed that subatomic particles don't have definite positions, speeds, or properties until the exact moment they are measured. Not that we can't detect those properties, that they don't exist until something looks. Before this discovery, the assumption was simple and reasonable. The physical world existed independently of anyone observing it. A particle was somewhere specific, moving at a specific speed. Whether or not a scientist was watching This was the intuitive common sense picture of reality that had underpinned physics since Newton. The universe, it was assumed, did not require an audience. Then came the anomaly. The double-slit experiment, refined and formalized through the 1920s, showed that particles fired at a barrier with two openings behave like waves when no one is watching, spreading through both slits simultaneously and creating an interference pattern on the far side. The moment a detector is placed to observe which slit the particle passes through, the interference pattern vanishes. The particle suddenly behaves like a solid object passing through one slit only. The act of observation physically changes what happens. Not the instrument, the observation itself. John Wheeler deepened the horror in 1978 with his delayed choice experiment, later confirmed in the lab by Carroll Alley's team in 1984. Wheeler showed that a particle's past behavior changes depending on whether we decide to measure it. Even after it has already traveled, the choice made in the present reaches backward and alters what the particle did in the past. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle formalized the boundary. You cannot simultaneously know a particle's position and momentum, not because our tools are imprecise, but because those two properties cannot both exist at the same time. Niels Bohr's Copenhagen interpretation, still the dominant framework in physics today, states plainly that quantum objects exist in superposition, a blur of all possible states until observation forces them into one. If particles only become definite when observed, what was the universe doing for the 13.8 billion years before any conscious observer existed to look at it? The most literal reading of quantum mechanics suggests the entire cosmos was a superposition of possibilities, unresolved and unreal until something looked. The universe may not have needed the Big Bang to begin. It may have needed a witness. All right, let's go. Number 10, the measurement problem. In 1920,
well, the universe doesn't, or the Big Bang doesn't say it created the universe. It was just like it expanded the universe.
Right. Right, universe existed, but the Big Bang expanded everything and created, stars and planets.
But still, I get what they're saying. It could still be like he went. I don't know. He went. He kind of took a leap. I get what he's saying though.
Yeah. Well, if you've ever seen the show Dark Matter, it explains superposition pretty well.
Yeah.
This guy actually made a box that he would go into, and he would have access to all of the different realities.
Crazy.
So it's pretty dope. If you haven't seen it, on Apple Plus. So I couldn't get the anime, the next one to work. The anime about the true story. Does it work on your end?
Have we seen this one yet? All right, we'll watch. Yeah, we'll check it out.
I thought so.
I can show it.
March 21st.
Hold on.
No, I haven't seen this one.
Okay. Oh man, why does it mute?
They showed the truth. Would you believe me? In 1994, March 21st, they showed the truth through anime. Watch this video. At the end will be a list of all the anime, showing you our history.
Isabella's lease is void. You have no right to foreclose on Amorica. The Reconquista is global, Emperor.
By this sale of the kingdom, we shall bleach the memory of your empire and hide your ancient technology beneath the veil of our new history.
The sky opens. The kings of fire rule. Cities of glass and gold fall into ash.
Behold the power of the high priest of Anu turned against their own kind.
The Inquisition is already at the gates, and they are coming to bleach the memory of every Moor in Al-Maghreb. By the time they are through, your new world will be nothing but a necropolis.
We were of the same vine. We were family. How could you agree to the sale of the kingdom and let these Roman inquisitors bleach our very memory?
We have brought you out of the caves of the north to give you the gift of civilization. You shall serve as our janissaries.
The sale of the Moorish kingdom, I have traded your flesh for the ancient technology of the underworld. With these free energy orbs, we shall establish a new jurisdiction of the West and rule as God.
Behold the New York Island. Here, the giants of the Longhouse once walked, and our Delaware Moorish brethren.
The capture of Jerusalem in the west was but the first stone. Now we sail for Haiti to extinguish the last of the French wars and seize the ancient technology of the islands.
The time of the traditional Moor is at an end. By the sale of the kingdom, we complete their name from the record and take the jurisdiction of the west.
Emperor Montezuma, the last Moorish king to hold the sun throne of the west. Florida was never a colony, but the Iberian Peninsula of the west.
What?
By the caves of the north to give you the gift of civilization. You shall serve as our janissaries and Mamelukes, the secret protectors of our jurisdiction. For a limited season, our Asiatic Empire shall receive, and these recessive Mamelukes and Janissaries shall serve as our jailers.
Have traded your flesh for the ancient technology of the underworld. With these free energy orbs, we shall establish a new jurisdiction of the West and rule as gods.
By this seal of the kingdom, we shall bleach the memory of your empire.
The Jesuit Inquisitors and their Roman masters have come to bleach our memory and seize our ancient technology. But behold, the kingdom of the West has joined our banner.
You return to the Armorican estates as a dog of the papacy. Your queen Isabella bought a lease from Hessingau, but she attempts a foreclosure she has no right to own.
That's Florida, bro.
Yeah,
They're destroying everything.
Do not weep, my love. There is a prophecy of noble Drew Ali. A son shall be born to resurrect the empire in the West and bring life back to the world.
With these free energy orbs, we shall forge a new jurisdiction of the West and rule as gods.
We shall erase their names from the record and claim the jurisdiction of the West.
In the shadows of a forgotten empire, the sky itself became the weapon. One king would ignite the heavens.
So here someone asks, where's the name of the cartoon, please? And he writes, the heroic legend of Arslan, R.G. Veda, Fugushi Yogui. Right here, screenshot.
Oh, they're all different animes.
Yeah, we'll hold on to
Would
this
you
one.
believe me,
Don't
in
believe it.
1994, March 21st,
That's interesting.
Oh,
Yeah, they're all
oh,
different animes. They're kind of saying the same thing.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, we'll keep that up there.
Yeah, keep that. I know Billy Carson was talking about, I think it's in the Sahara Desert. Like the way that the sand is melted, like there's like glass. You can find glass out there, and like the only way that you can turn sand
Yeah.
into glass is high temperatures.
Like
And
a nuclear weapon, but people were trying to say electricity could do that, like lightning could do it too. We had a short of that,
yeah,
but I don't know. I think it's pretty the Moors and the Florida, Seminoles in Florida and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
they actually
and
talk about
ancient
that.
knowledge. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
that's wild.
Bleacher history,
Mhm.
history. Like that's pretty
Ancient technology.
the kind of talking about like Tartarian empire a little bit.
But you saw those
They're coming out of the
beams?
ground.
Yeah.
Or the beams are coming down, but there was a lot of these buildings coming up out of the ground. Like they're resurrecting the old kingdom. They'd be coming out of the ground and shit.
Right. Hey, remember we're talking about the orphan trains and how they came from these immaculate
Yeah.
cities, and like some of them could kind of remember the cities, and they're like talking about how the buildings were beautiful. There was so much light and all
Yeah.
that, and the architecture was so advanced. And then we have some buildings in the country where like we don't make that architecture anymore. So like
Yeah.
where did it come from? Some are half buried, so yeah, pretty wild stuff, man. If you really start to go down that rabbit hole, very
Cool.
very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got the next one called "What If You're God." So it will let me show that one. All right, let's check this out. If God is infinite, where is he?
Then where is he? That's my point.
That's a good question. What if I told you that God was in you and me and your brother? What if I just said that? Was that something that you would believe?
No.
No? Why not?
I can't like float. I can't levitate around and stuff. I
But
can't.
is that what God does?
I mean, no, but I mean, like, I don't make wishes come true.
Is that what God does? Make your wish come true?
I don't know, to be honest.
Now you don't know. But before you were so sure
wait,
that
that's not. I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say that I don't even know what God does. So I don't. So and if I was God, and if I was a God, I would have known.
how could you know that you're a God if everything around you is exactly how it's supposed to be and you just exist in it? What would make you call yourself a God?
Nothing.
Exactly. The concept of God that we're talking about is still being influenced by the idea that there's some superpowers that this entity is supposed to have. What if the quote unquote God behavior is just regular souls and spirits and energy moving from one body to the next. And that's all it is. We come here on earth, we have a physical body, we move around, we interact with our plants and animals and our food and our music and our words and our language and our songs. We do all that and we just exist. And then when our time is done in this physical body, we move on to the next dimension. And that's just how that God energy that you were talking about earlier behaves. The concept of God that we think about is heavily influenced, meaning the concept that already exists in the world, and then you come in the world, you're born, and then you're already seeing things that change your interpretation of what you think God is. Even our conversations change the interpretation of what you think God is, when really God could just be all of us, right? We're all pieces of God, and we just got split up into different bodies.
Which is why we came up with the idea of
And
God.
there you go. We came up with the idea of God because we're all actually experiencing different things, but we're the same thing.
Yeah. I subscribe to that.
Yeah, that's something we kind of talk about a lot.
Yep.
You are
Yep,
God. You're all experiencing. You're all here to experience yourself, basically.
Yep. That's why you're here, and you're just you put yourself in this body to navigate this reality.
Yep. All right.
So,
I got the next one. It's called "The More You Know."
all right.
Moors were Africans that ruled over Spain in the late 1400s. So everybody thinks the Moors were Africans that ruled over Spain in the late 1400s. So when white people came out of the Caucasus Mountains and saw black people, they called them Moors, which is just Latin for black. The Moors didn't just rule Spain, they also ruled England, Scotland, France, Germany, and even Russia. The Moors are the descendants of the Israelites, which were scattered throughout Europe. So when you think about black history, it doesn't just start in slavery like they teach us in school. It goes all the way back to the beginning of time, to Adam, to Abraham, to the Israelites, and even when we ruled the world in Europe, Africa, and North and South America. So black history doesn't just start with slavery.
That part. The more you know. Dude, I wish I could go back in time and see the Moors in action.
I actually wonder that honestly too. Like, what do we do nefarious to the point where they erased their history?
Right.
Or did we? Maybe we weren't evil.
They weren't
but
nefarious.
I'm
They
just
weren't
wondering. Yeah, but like I'm wondering if did that happen? There's some rumors that there was white slaves, but I don't know how that. I haven't seen any real like peer review research on that.
Right. Yeah, I haven't gone down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's weird because like, why don't they exist anymore? Like, what happened?
Right.
Were they peaceful
right.
people, and then they were, the power was taken away from them because, maybe the people who came from the Caucasus Mountains, they were warring people, had warring tribes. Genghis Khan, Genghis Khan, his people. Who was the Ottoman Empire, Rome, all that stuff, man. Like, those are like warring empires. I don't know if the Moors were a warring empire.
I mean, there's no real. I don't know. I need to look into it. I guess I'm not gonna say yay or nay on that, but never read like Moors being a conquering nation.
Right. Shit, Nathan's in the building. I didn't even see this, man. My bad, Nathan. Good evening to you, brother. Good evening. I appreciate you pulling up. Congrats again on being a grandpappy.
Yeah, congrats.
Soon to be, that is. That's pretty cool stuff, man. All right, so I believe I got the next one, which is Machine Elves. It's a very odd title for the real, but let's see what we got here. Machine Elves, let's get it.
There's this phenomena since people started smoking DMT. These people report being locked out of the DMT realm. Not only can they not access it, but the creatures, the entities in there, which they refer to them as machine elves, it's the entities that live within the DMT realm. But these people, they go in, and these machine elves are like, get out. You're no longer allowed in here. And so these people talk about like they can go in this realm that they're in. It feels like for thousands of years they're in this realm. Super weird.
Yeah, I watched a video where a dude was like, no matter how much I do, he was like, I can't get back. It does nothing anymore.
It's like everyone knows what these machine elves are.
Yeah, and that's the weird thing about DMT. These people all see the same entities.
I've talked to somebody. They experience like the crystal creatures.
Yeah,
like,
and there's different types of creatures. There's like the snake, and then there's the machine elves. There's just a bunch of different creatures that everyone sees, and it's like that's not a coincidence.
You get invited to the DMT realm, be cool about it.
Here we go.
There's this
if you get invited to the DMT realm, be cool about it.
I'm cool. I'm not trying to see the machine elves with the crystal, whatever they call it, snake, whatever they call it. I'm good.
The crystal being. I mean, they're saying it seem the same beings, man. I don't know, dude. I think I'm too old to try that stuff now. You know?
Yeah, I'm not trying to do DMT.
I don't know what it would do to my body. I mean, I got to go to work on Mondays. You know, so I had, do some DMT on a Friday, Saturday afternoon.
Not a college kid working your college job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Got to be sound of mind, man.
Right.
But I mean, it sounds fun, I guess. But yeah, I don't think that's something I'm gonna be doing ever. So the next one is Mothership. You got that one?
Yeah, I got it. All right, here we go.
What's that? Oh, an astrophysicist at Harvard just said that there's a 12-mile-long mothership that's headed towards Earth that they originally thought was a comet. Goody! Yeah, he said that there's a 12-mile-long mothership headed towards Earth. And however they got this information, I don't know, but they said that the mothership is on its way here in an aggressive way and is going to come here for a battle and or try to hurt us, I guess. I love that. Considering that they're probably way more advanced than we are, coming here in a 12-mile-long ship, we probably need to get some backup. I don't know. It'll be here in November. Let's just hope that they're wrong about this. Okay, then.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. They said that about the other comment.
Right. Yeah. Can't wait though. Can't wait for see what happens in November. But yeah. What was the other one? It was I forgot the name of it now. But it came into our solar system and dipped out.
Yeah, wasn't that to worry about?
Nope, not at all. It did some pretty cool things, but it didn't even deal with us. So
yeah.
If a 12-mile mothership is coming to destroy the Earth, bring it on, man.
Man, they can do about it.
Nope. So, well, I don't want to be I don't know if I want to be a slave to an alien race. That probably wouldn't be very fun. But
no,
yeah, can't do much about it. All right.
Yeah.
So the next one is called Tartaria. And the Tartaria was the empire that the Moors ruled over back in the day. So let's see what we got here. Let's check this out.
They didn't show up to Africa and kidnap people. They convinced those kings, because I was over there, you got Ghanaian kings, Nigerian kings apologizing for the slave trade. There are species that exist on this planet, live amongst us, who aren't 100% human. You see what Matt Gaetz said from Congress?
Yeah, I don't know what this has to do with Tartaria.
But hybrid program. I done got calls all across the country about ladies saying, yeah, I woke up, I was pregnant. Baby come to term, it's gone. They call it missing fetus syndrome. Where's that going? They had a meeting underneath the White House. I shouldn't be saying this, but I don't get no fuck. Dwight D. Eisenhower made an agreement with another species on this planet. If you look at the maps of all of the national parks in America, 90% of the missing people are in those parks. The agreement was they can abduct people from these areas for this breeding program that Matt Gates spoke about. What is the single most abducted group? Germans, PhDs, doctors, brilliant, war-age males, the most abducted group. Where was Hitler? Germany. He was obsessed with tall, blonde hair, blue-eyed people. That's not how Germans look. It's not. He used a group called the Vril to channel and meet these people. There's a book called Sounds from Another Room by Peter Horsley. Peter Horsley is a British highest-ranking pilot. He was able to meet with one of these. P-47s, P-42s. Everybody watching this, look that up.
I started researching some of the shit you were talking about, and I was up all night.
It'll make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, it will.
The most uncomfortable part about this is our people are rarely mentioned until NASA whistleblowers come out and say they seen black people getting off spaceships at Wright Patterson Air Force Base.
Mm-hmm.
And when I traveled the world, you know, I went all around the world. You ever heard of Tartaria?
What's that?
They teach the kids in Kenya about Tartaria or Tartary. This is a whole civilization that existed, a whole country that over here we say it's mythology. Over there it's in their history books.
He barely got to Tartaria. He got to Tartaria at the very end of the clip.
Yeah,
But,
I don't know why I called it that. But
he was going all over the place. But yeah. I mean, there it is, yo.
There it is.
He's a bounce. He was not a bouncer. He was a bodyguard for somebody.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. He threatened to fight Corey Holcomb over something.
Oh yeah, you did tell me you got into it with them.
Yeah.
Corey
He
Holcomb
wanted
always
to
trying to
him.
fight somebody.
No, Corey Holcomb didn't want to fight that big dude.
That's a big dude. What did Corey say?
Corey's like, everybody wants to fight me. Everybody wants to fight me. I would be making jokes up here, dog. You know how he is.
Yeah.
It's always a joke, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that dude's weird. And, I mean, he's funny to me at the same time, but Corey Holcomb's weird. All right, this one's called Blacked Out.
All right.
Story that you have a video of that we can show.
I got a phone call one day, and girlfriend and boyfriend, and the boyfriend had, for whatever reason, had a possession on him, but it was coming and going. And I'm going to kind of go off subject for just a second. Not really, but kind of. So he had been drinking, and I want to school y'all on something. You might already know. Liquor, alcohol, is called what? Spirits. And the reason it's called that is because when you drink it, it numbs your body. It makes you, go numb in the mind, and it allows these different spirits that are just waiting for a vessel to temporarily jump in and do whatever they want. That's why a lot of people will do some shit, be like, I don't remember that at all, because it wasn't you. Anyway, so he had been drinking.
Say that one more time.
So when you drink, people drink and get real drunk, and they'll say the next day,
they'll black out. That's the word I always hear. I blacked out.
I have some serious ass stories about that. And they'll go, I don't remember none of that. It's because it wasn't them. Temporarily, it allowed these, twisted spirits to jump in, do some fucked up shit, jump back out, jump all over the place.
Tell me one story that you have a video of that we can show.
I got
we
a
talk
phone
about that
call.
all the time. We talk about, drinking makes you do things you wouldn't usually do. And
Right. All your inhibitions go away, and yeah, you come back as a different person. It happens to me all the time. Not the Black House, but another character comes out. So it's different versions. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So, but yeah, I don't know. I just found that interesting. So the next one is called Kansas. So I will play that real quick. It's that one guy again. Let's see here. Let's go.
Oh, a guy that was in the military that said he was privy to certain information about certain beings and how all this disclosure's coming out, but how they're not talking about the particular beings he's seen. Tell me more! This is wild. This guy's coming out. He's talking about how when he was in the military, he was privy to certain information that involves certain beings people typically don't talk about or that have never seen. He said he was assigned to a particular unit where he went in and he was able to go down into a particular area in Kansas underground. He said he saw certain things that we wouldn't believe. He said the first thing that he was privy to seeing was a giant. He said this man was 17 feet tall, weighed in around 900 pounds, and is down there underground in Kansas. But he said that wasn't even the scariest one. He said the one that scared him the most was what looked to be like an alien that was about 8 feet tall, was kind of a dark blue in color. He said that one tormented him every time he went down. He said it would talk to him telepathically and mess with him, saying things like, "You're not safe down here, just wait and see." He said this particular alien had certain abilities where he could fling his gun out of his holster, knock his hat off of his head, and it would feel like a gust of wind was coming. He didn't have quite enough strength to follow through with anything dangerous, but they had him contained in a way where he couldn't do anything dangerous, at least so he thinks. Okay.
Wow.
What's that? Oh, a guy that was in the military.
Crazy.
Yeah, that is some crazy stuff, man. It's all conspiracy theories, people. We don't know if it's true, but it's definitely interesting. Yeah, pretty wild.
The next one is called Bigfoot. Pretty simple. All right. Let me get this one.
Bigfoot.
Come on inside! Carly!
Stop shaking the camera.
That thing's big as hell.
Oh, smokes. You see his face?
Yeah.
That's insane. Nathan, you seeing this, buddy?
Look at his face.
That's something out of a horror movie.
That's crazy, bro.
We should have put that on Capper Now.
Yeah, but interesting.
Capper Now, y'all. What you think? That's wild. Yeah, his face is haunting. Can you imagine waking up with that standing over your bed?
Man.
Standing at the foot of your bed, just looking down at you.
What
are you gonna do?
Gotta run.
That was me when I got lost camping. Yeah, I'm gonna say no cap too, man. Just for the fun of it. You know, I mean, they slowed it down, they zoomed in and everything. That wow. Crazy indeed. All right. So I believe I have the last one called Draco Proof. All right. We're gonna see. Check it out. Let me take it back.
Black extraterrestrials. So we're not just talking about black extraterrestrials. There are many more different types of beings, human like us beings, out there in our local 52 star cluster. There's only one group that was never taken over, and it was a group of tall African Zulu looking people, and they developed far beyond. They were the first ones to travel from planet to planet, but the thing is, they never developed technology. They developed a spiritual shamanism type technology. They used crystals and other types of stones and even plants and stuff to teleport to other locations. So they were going to other planets, setting up commerce and trade with, without ever developing technology like a spaceship. And the reason they were never taken over by the reptilians, a very strong psychic group, a very negative group, is because they had developed themselves spiritually and psychically to a point to where the Draco would come in to their star system and they would cause confusion, mental confusion among the Draco, which is a major feat because they are a higher density group of beings that have very strong consciousness and abilities with telepathy. We're not just talking about black extraterrestrials. There are many more different.
Okay. What are you smoking? I do not care if it's crack. Expand your mind. What was that? You remember Rick and Morty when Morty became a quag? What do you call it?
What?
Remember he became a quag something in his sister's stomach, and he kept saying, I think he kept saying, expand your mind.
I don't remember that episode.
You don't remember that episode? Dude, it was hilarious. So they like kind of combined into one. And
oh yeah, I remember that.
Anyways, yeah, that was pretty wild thing. I mean, he kept saying like they didn't develop technology, but I'm glad he cleared it up. He's like a ship or something like that. So
yeah.
Like the crystals, that is technology. But
right.
I don't know if that's real at all, but I think he was referring to the aliens that they said landed on that air base, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see here. And then what's that? I remember Pepper Ridge Farms, remember S.
The Family Guy joke.
Is it?
Yeah. Pepper Ridge Farm remembers. Yeah. Family Guy joke.
I remember now. Okay, it was just a typo. Pepper Ridge Farms it remembers. Okay, yeah. I get it. Yeah, that one went over my head like I was Drax for a second. Yeah. All right. So we are done with game for the game, and we are going to go into cap or no cap.
Cap or no cap. Let's get it.
So this is the segment of our show where we show different reels and videos that we find on social media, and you decide if it's real or fake. If you think that it's real, you'll say no cap. If you think that it's fake, you will say cap. So I believe, am I showing the first one? You got the
first one. It's called Mermaids.
Mermaids.
This footage comes from Marginal Media on YouTube, who explained that he'd captured the footage while diving in the Great Barrier Reef. He'd been testing out an underwater camera when he spotted the creature, only he didn't realize what he'd filmed until later when reviewing the footage on his laptop. At the time, he'd been too busy futzing with the camera, but felt something coming from behind him. He managed to shoot it, but at the time, while underwater with, low visibility like this, he figured what he'd seen was just a normal fish. Now, he was adamant that what he'd filmed was not from a movie or anything like that, and that he hadn't filmed it in a controlled environment like a swimming pool. He says it's 100% genuine, so believe him or not. In 1967, near Main Islands in British Columbia, something strange happened. A ferry filled with tourists spotted a blonde-haired mermaid-like creature sitting on the beach eating a fish. One witness even described her as attractive with dimples. To top it off, a photo was taken showing a woman with blonde hair and the lower half of a porpoise. Later that week, another mermaid sighting apparently occurred, but by then skepticism was growing and a lot of people understandably started dismissing the sightings as hoaxes. Charles White, owner of the Undersea Gardens, a ship doubling as an underwater aquarium, offered a $25,000 reward for the mermaid's capture. He even promised room and board, plus special combs for the mermaid's comfort, so quite an odd offer, but he was desperate to prove that she was real. Unfortunately, after a few weeks, the story lost steam and the mermaid sightings faded into local legend. But what do you think? Does that mean mermaids are not real? In 1809, a woman named Miss McKay from the town of Thurso in Scotland claimed to have witnessed a real mermaid while walking along the beach. According to her account, in the Kentish Gazette newspaper, she had an up-close view of the creature and described it in great detail, saying the face seemed plump and round, the eyes and nose were small, and the former were of light gray color, and the mouth was large, and from the shape of the jawbone, which seemed straight, the face looked short. She also said that the mermaid's forehead, nose, and chin were white, but the side of the face was a bright pink. The mermaid's hair, which Miss McKay described as thick and long, with a quote, gray, oily cast, appeared to be a challenge for the creature as the waves often threw it over its face. She said the creature seemed bothered by this, frequently using both its hands to push the hair back and rub its throat, almost as if trying to remove any dirt from the water.
That should have been more so on Game for the Game. I put that in the wrong spot.
Cat.
The cat. Yeah. I think if mermaids exist, they're probably like that thing that those people saw up at that cabin in Minnesota, in northern Minnesota. Remember that thing? His head kept bobbing in the water.
Yeah.
And then they saw one of them, because it was like super pale. They had black hair. Obviously, I think a mermaid would be something like that. Yeah, super cap. That's like the camera was super shaky too, and
they barely showed. Yeah.
So that's kind of a waste. Sorry guys, that's what I mean.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So next one is UFO.
Yeah.
Pull that up real quick. Let's see. Nathan White said they would be horrifying and more like old sailor tales. Yeah. I think there's something out there. I think that they saw something. Like these mermaids and these sirens. I don't think they were friends to humankind. I think they ate us.
Yeah.
But some people think the mermaids were nice, so I don't know. All right, so UFO, tell me what y'all think about this.
No sabes qué, quiero el cargador, güey, era el que quería. Mira, corre, ven.
So I'm saying this was recorded on an undisclosed date in Austin, Texas. It's been online for many years. It's never received much attention. And it says the footage is not AI. The object is anchored to its point in space, not to the camera. And we're going to wait for the close-up. So check it out.
Ven.
I'll take it back too.
No sabes qué, quiero el cargador, güey, era el que quería. Mira, corre, ven.
See, I just disappeared. It looks like it's got 2 drones coming up to it. I wonder if this is the thing that Dad saw.
It sounds like. Looks like the thing that Dad.
That's what he described.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went Nathan on this one. Okay. Especially his Father Taylor. Is that the one Father Taylor saw?
Not exactly like that, but
no sabes qué,
similar.
Yeah, something very similar like that. Yeah, he was watching this lady on one YouTube reel, and she described pretty much what he saw. And he told mom about it, and mom just said, I still gotta be here and pay these bitch ass bills. Yeah, we gotta get him. I can't get him. I can't get him in the room. He says that he said that it's hard to. I think he tries to watch it on TV.
On TV, and it's hard for him to watch it and like comment at the same time.
Yeah. So he really just needs to watch it on a computer.
I gotta show him, that, and just yeah. Yeah. All right. I got the next one. It's called Classic.
Okay.
I don't. These have been on there for a while, y'all. So.
So we'll see. But yeah, I think he said he wants to get a. I don't know if he's gonna get a computer and watch. I don't know. He does have a laptop in there, but he's had that for years.
All right. It's called Classic.
I've ever seen. So scariest ghost video I've ever seen. This is the scariest ghost video I've ever seen. So I first saw this video back in 2007 or 2008. And when I came across it, it absolutely terrified me as a kid. So the video starts off with a man hearing something coming from the hallway outside of his room. So he then decides he's gonna go check it out.
Fuck is that?
Oh, I've seen this one before. It's creepy. Watch. It's a classic. That's why I named it that.
Now, after he sees what appears to be an apparition on the floor, he decides he's gonna take another look.
Creepy. Watch.
Oh yeah, I remember this. Hell no.
Now, whether if this video is real or fake, it doesn't take away from how creepy that imagery is. Imagine walking out of your bedroom door, and this is what you see.
Yeah.
No
that's
cap.
That's not supposed to be there.
That's creepy.
Yeah, no cap. That's no kitty cat. Wow. Huh. What y'all think?
It could be fake, I guess. But 2007, 2008, a lot of.
With an AI. There's usually AI they're trying to do that stuff with. I don't know what that was, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see. Nathan says no cat. Nope. And Mistress Cap is saying cat.
That's cool. Makes sense.
All right. Fair enough. So I got this video called "Not Alone Anymore."
Not alone anymore. Okay.
So let's see. I'm only one. Let's go.
I didn't turn any of my lights on behind me.
Oh.
Oh, alone in the Airbnb, I caught more than I expected. More unsettling visuals coming soon.
The music throws me off. The music throws me all the way off, but I think it's real.
Yeah.
Not sure.
No cap.
I'm gonna say no cap. Not sure if it's
I don't know
a
what that
person.
thing was. Yeah.
You want to watch it again?
Run it back. What is that? Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, no cap.
Yeah. So that's no cap. Let's see. Nathan White says no cap
anymore.
Man, that Airbnb is like that in Colombia. I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be happy about a haunted B&B.
No. That would take all the fun out of it. All right.
I got the next one.
Okay. Shell said no cap.
B&B.
He said not hanging around. Yeah, bro. I would not be staying in that thing. Can't believe Shell said no cap. All right. I hope it's not exactly like that.
Hello? Oh, wow, okay.
Is this another Airbnb?
Yeah, it's the single room.
You keep putting these on here. You're freaking me out.
So I'm here alone. But I'm going to be heading home soon, so I figured I'd come over and say hello. If there's anyone here. So I do have a little voice recorder here. If you'd like to chat at all, I'll put it down on this table here. I'll sit here. So I'll play the recorder. If there's anything you'd like to say, feel free. Thought I heard something over there.
You can feel that little
Is there anyone up here with me?
orbs.
Yeah, there's a lot of orbs. Orbs or dust. I'm gonna go with orbs.
Am I alone in here? Am I safe in here? I'm gonna stop the recording. I had a weird deja vu. Oh, Jesus.
There's that. God, that orb is moving like that's not dust.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh! Thank you. Oh, Jesus.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
no cap.
No cap on that one too.
That orb was moving. I thought it was dust.
Yeah.
That thing started going.
But it started, yeah,
started doing there.
Yeah.
Started getting there.
That joker was changing direction. That's hey, give it to me, Kobe. Give it to me.
It was popping.
Yeah, man. That's see, no cap. White women need to stop provoking this shit when they say Airbnbs. They are ruining it for the rest of us. Tell me about it, man. Like, don't stir nothing up. Don't stir nothing up, man. I'm trying to stay there too. Shell says no cap. Yeah, I total no cap. Those orbs were going crazy. The she got an EVP. And then the book fell off the shelf. So,
Yeah.
but it fell off like as a matter of, I don't know. You just thought I wasn't
Like
fake.
nothing
You thought
touched
wasn't
it. It's
deliberate.
not like a I see. Like I don't know. It could have been fake, obviously.
Right. But like the camera wasn't really focused on that
No.
at the time either. So the fact that it did it, she caught it in time. But the fact that it did that was that convinces me.
That
So,
orb was crazy. It was
yeah,
moving around.
like that last one, and when it changed direction, bro, I was like, yo, that's not dust.
Yeah, it's not dust. Shouldn't be moving like that.
Should not be moving like that at all, man. That's like that kind of reminds me. Remember, Mom said she saw that those orbs at at my house. Yeah, in Indianapolis, in which that place is haunted.
Yeah.
You know, everybody who's lived there has said it's haunted. All right. So the next one is That Must Hurt. All right. So let me share that. Give me a second. All right, here we go. Where is his head? What is this? Oh, this is a movie?
I don't know.
This is a movie.
Oh, it's a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid.
Let's look at it anyway, just for shits and giggles. So they walk right by it.
Oh yeah. Oh, whatever. Oh.
Oh hell no!
I haven't watched the whole thing. That's crazy.
Oh, you didn't watch the whole thing?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I mean it's definitely cap, but
Yeah, Cap. All right.
Yeah,
What's the next one? Bigfoot.
Yep. Is this the same
This
Bigfoot
big
video?
fat boy. All right. Same dude, big homie, whatever his name is, big homie CC. Yeah.
Oh, well, is he gonna show it?
No.
Now, who is that?
Oh.
I took this in Oregon. Bob, look at this photo, gang. I want y'all to see Bob to go because he's going to be on here next.
I'll tell you,
Now,
Nathan.
Bob, I took this 2015 in Oregon. Who is that running through the field right there? And I got more footage, but whatever people told me about, I go out and investigate. So I'm finna show you that never even hit the internet before. You ready for some more?
I'm ready.
So look, you see dude right there?
I see him.
I was scared, and I had a gun. Because whoever that was 3 feet taller than me, and I'm 6'5".
Damn.
I'm like, well, I ain't whoever fool is, and he was carrying a rabbit in his hand. You see that white thing right there? That's a rabbit. Now who?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Nathan. No cap.
You know what's really creepy about that? It was just like that video.
Yep.
Of that Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm. Like just
like same build, a little different, same build.
Yeah, yeah. With the leg, I know what you mean with the legs and the arms.
Yeah.
The other one looked like it was a little bit more massive in the arms, but
yeah.
But like the face and all that, yeah. So I'm gonna go with no cap as well. Yep. All right. Anybody else in the chat? What do you think? Cap or no cap? That Bigfoot or nah? All right. So the next one is called Explain These. All right.
And took a picture after claiming to feel a presence from their roommate's bedroom. A live photo would reveal something extremely creepy. A Boston college
roommate, ain't it?
picture after claiming to feel a presence from their roommate's bedroom. A live photo would reveal something extremely creepy.
You think it's just a roommate?
It could have been, but I'm gonna say no cap just for the fun. It could be a homeless person.
I'm assuming the roommate wasn't there.
Yeah.
Wasn't home at the time, so creepy. It looks like a chick though, right? Sorry for the audience.
Like a woman.
Yeah, like a female. So yeah, what are y'all thinking?
Wait, which one is this one?
So said no cap.
What's this one called?
The Reaper.
That was the Reaper?
No, that wasn't the Reaper.
I think you clicked one on the next week.
It was it was Explain This. Or Explain
I just
These.
clicked Explain This, and it's not what you had.
Oh.
I don't care.
Play
I'm
it.
just making sure.
Play it.
I don't know what the hell this is. It's creepy. All right, this is Explain This. I was like,
Right.
he said this Explain This, and then this popped, and I, whatever. Watch it. Watch it.
All right.
User Daddy Sprinkle shared this image here. Do you notice anything? Aside from the guy standing in the picture, obviously, there's a figure crouching in the grass behind the man. Thing is, nobody knows what this figure is. The Reddit user said the picture was taken by his father's girlfriend while they were hiking in the Rocky Mountains, Colorado. The image shows his dad standing outdoors, seemingly alone, but when they looked closer, they spotted the odd figure in the background.
Something was crawling
What's
on my
extra
ear.
odd is how short the thing seems to be, and the grass is not very tall. According to Daddy Sprinkle, no one was around when the photo was taken. His dad had just come from the area where the figure is, and he said that it was completely empty. His girlfriend also said she didn't see anyone standing behind him at the time. And if you think this is just some glitch of the camera, well, we do have some movement. This was a live iPhone photo, meaning it also captured a short video clip. Take a look at this. Now we see the things slightly shifting from left to right. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but the figure does have a certain alien type quality about it.
It's moving.
It's the squatness of it. Kind of reminds me of E.T. Paul and Evelyn Trent lived in a small farm just outside McKinville, Oregon. One evening in May of 1950, Evelyn saw something shiny in the sky and called out to Paul. He grabbed his camera and took 2 photos of what looked like a metallic disc flying through the air. A few weeks later, their local newspaper ran the photos, and then Life magazine picked them up. From there, it became one of the most talked about UFO sightings in the United States. Kodak analysts checked the negatives and found no signs they'd been tampered with. And remember, these were the days long before digital editing was even a thing. The lighting and shadows were also consistent with the time of day the Trents claimed to have taken them. Skeptics have tried for decades to explain this away, saying it might have been a thrown pie tin or a model on a string, but no one's ever recreated the photos in a convincing way. The Trents didn't profit from the attention either, and they never changed their story. Even into old age, they stuck to what they said they saw. Ready?
Creepy. No cat for both.
No cat. All right, we got one more. It is called the Reaper.
The Reaper.
Let's check it out.
What are you talking about? She and her 2 daughters are already dead. They just don't know it yet. While on vacation, they returned to their rental one night and realize someone is following them. But the moment they finally catch a glimpse of the figure behind them, they realize it isn't a person at all. What are you talking about? She and her 2 daughters are already dead. They just don't know it yet. While on vacation, they return to their rental one night and realize someone is following them. But the moment they finally catch a glimpse of the figure behind them, they realize it isn't a person at all.
I don't get her commentary. No, I guess no. I don't. How is she dead? They got a video of it.
I mean, she said they're dead already. They just don't know it.
Oh.
So they died. The Reaper came and got them. She seems nice though.
No cap.
No cap. No cap. All right, guys. So we're done pretty early with the no cap. So you want to do a story time? Story time.
It's up to you. I don't really care. You can call it if you want to.
We'll do story time. Do I have? Yeah. We'll do story time, guys. A little added footage for you guys. Trying to decide which one I should do. Lucid dreaming is cool, I guess, but I kind of want to do something more freaky, something scary. Let's check out Camping Alone real quick. I don't think we've done Camping Alone. Have we done this one, bro? You recognize that?
Yeah, we did that one already.
I love story time. I was hoping you guys didn't catch that. All right. Okay. So we won't do that. I gotta delete. Let me delete that.
Do the smiley man.
You want to do the smiley man?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Okay, we'll do the smiley man. How long is this one? Okay, it's only a couple minutes. All right, give me a second here while I get this pulled up, guys. This is the smiley man. Enjoy, my friends. Check it out.
Pleasant, 1966, a town on the edge of a nightmare. Before the tragedies began, a man appeared who didn't belong to our world. Woodrow Derenberger was driving home when he saw a strange vehicle block the road. Out stepped a man over 6 feet tall. He wore a suit that shimmered like an emerald in the dark. The man didn't speak with his mouth. He spoke directly into Woodrow's mind. He called himself Indrid Cold. But it was his face that haunted everyone. a smile so wide it looked like it was carved from stone. Indrid Cold began appearing everywhere, in dark alleys, outside bedroom windows. Always watching, always smiling,
Damn,
as if he was waiting for a catastrophe that only he could see coming. Along with the smiling man came the Mothman, a winged shadow with eyes like burning coals. The town felt a heavy, dark energy, like a clock ticking down to zero. Residents received strange phone calls, electronic screeches and whispers from voices that sounded like metal grinding on bone. Indrid Cold was no longer just a visitor. He was a messenger of doom. December 15th, 1967. The Silver Bridge collapsed. 46 people fell into the icy river.
Damn.
On that day, the sighting stopped. The Mothman vanished, and so did the Smiling Man. Who was Indrid Cold? A traveler from another dimension? A scout for a cosmic tragedy? Or a glitch in the fabric of time that accidentally smiled at the wrong world? For decades, investigators have tried to find a trace of him. But there are no records, no fingerprints, only the memory of a smile that shouldn't exist. In 2026, the reports are starting again. A tall man in a green suit seen in the back of photos, still smiling, still waiting.
Where?
Some guests don't come to visit. They come to watch us fall, and they never ever stop smiling. Alien scout or interdimensional ghost? What do you think Indrid Cold was?
Interdimensional
Cool.
ghost.
Let's do another one.
All right. 3 a.m. hospital story.
Yeah.
All right. Let's check this out.
You know, the hospital is a scary place at night, especially for those of us who work over there. Let me tell you why. So a few weeks ago, I'm on a night shift and doing my night shift, frolicking around the department, you know, looking at patients. And I go past this patient's room who is end of life, anticipatories and everything, less than 12 hours expected. And I see that they're struggling with their bed sheets. They're trying to pull them up. So I go in, you know, like the good person I am. I pull their bed sheets up. I give them a little squeeze on their hand. And they squeeze back and they say to me in the weakest voice, as expected of someone dying, "Thank you, doctor." I turn around to leave and they suddenly squeeze my hand with a vice grip. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Turn around to see if they need something. And they're looking at me with this most clearest, steely-eyed vision directly to my face, clear as fudge. Looked a bit creepy because the room is dark. There's just a little sliver of life casting on their face from the door. And they go to me like, in the clearest voice, the able-bodied voice of a young person, they go to me like, "Doctor, my guests say you're one of the good ones." Okay, maybe you mean their family. Thank you very much. Tell your family I appreciate it. "No, doctor, not my family. My guests in here with me right now." We're alone in this dark room. You're dying. No! Literally, I felt my soul jump off DC to JC right there. I felt a nurse come around beside me, and I was like, great, I get to leave this room. The nurse can have her. I'm going out. And I turned around, there's no one there. I nearly damn near bolted out of that room like a ship going into hyperspace without a course set. Oh my God. Why do you do that to us at 3 a.m. at night? My God. And this is not even the first time. I am a science-loving guy. But this is not even the first time it's happened.
Oh, boy.
I'm sure you've had these experiences as well. Tell me about them. You know, the hospital is a scary...
Wow.
That's funny.
That it's funny and freaky all at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty wild. All right, guys. That's it for story time. That's it for the show. Show's over.
Yep.
We kind of
got
in and out. Yeah. Got in and out. So it got in and out. As Skinny Man would say, in and out like a burger joint.
There you go.
Let's see here. Nathan White says, I was told they are there as the veil gets thinner. Yeah. Well,
like a little like escort to the afterlife that comes and talks to you, probably.
Remember when Mom was in the hospital? She kept seeing those people all around, like laughing and having a good time, and they kept laughing at Dad's jokes, but nobody else could see them but her.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty wild stuff, man. But anyway, y'all. So show's over. That's it. We appreciate everybody who pulled up this week. Thank you for being patient with us and our kind of we're off and on weeks. But we should be straight through for the next few weeks here. And then we'll get you more content. I believe Kobe is still working on.
I am. I did not work on that last week at all.
You're good. Yeah, man. Hey, thank you for always pulling up, man. We appreciate it. And once again, brother, and enjoy every sandwich. Absolutely. And once again, man, congrats on the future grand. Can I tell people? I'm gonna tell them. Grandkid. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say the sex yet. He told me, Mike.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So that is awesome, man. Thank you, Shell, for pulling up as usual.
Yeah.
And thank you everybody for the interactions and all that good stuff. And again, like I said, we'll be back next week. We got something to say to the people before we ride up out of here.
You said it all. We appreciate y'all showing up, and we'll see y'all next week with another topic. Should be a good time.
Yep, yes, should be. And he is having a grandson. So,
ooh, a boy. Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. So that should be fun. So all right, y'all. With that, I believe we are out of this. Yeah.
Yeah, out of here, man. Shout out to the Nolan Wells and his family, man. There's some stuff popping up. I just looked at my phone. Some stuff popping up that's kind of crazy. So shout out to that their family out there in Mississippi. Hopefully they get that figured out.
Yep. Praying for you guys. Be safe out there, y'all.
Be safe out there. Honor your ancestors. Don't whistle at night, and don't whistle in the woods.
Peace.
Giants.
People who came from the sky.
Yeah.